Good morning, YouTube. Morty here again. We're going to talk about another part of prepping that some people don't think about, particularly when they're very new to prepping, when it just dawns on them and they realize that things can happen in their world. If they've got young children, they're usually more worried about the water, the heat, the food. There's so many other things that they're worried about. The kids kind of go by the wayside when it comes to their entertainment. They're more worried about their safety and keeping food in their bellies, which is very, very important. These are some gift bag ideas, not necessarily to give to the children, but to give to the parents who are new to prepping, so that they have those items, and it gives them something else, another little reference for them to think about. You can pick up, they have laundry bags at the Dollar Tree. They also have some clear plastic bags that have handles like totes that would be wonderful for this, so that way they can see what's in it, and they can gauge what they need to replace, or if it belongs to a particular child, that sort of thing. Flashlights. Little kids love flashlights. And it doesn't matter if you pay $1 or you pay $15 for the flashlight, they're going to find a way to tear it up. It's just the way that it is. I've got 5 children, and I know it doesn't matter. The ones that we have found that have been the best are these aluminum LEDs right here. My kids have done all sorts of horrible, mean things to them, let them drop them into water. They last great, and they maintain the battery life. When it comes to batteries, we have had no issues with the Dollar Tree batteries, lasting just as long as really anything else. Of course, no, are they a Duracell? No, they're not. But for the price, they're much better for us anyway. You can go look up Do It on a Dime. She did several tests on the Dollar Trees and found them to be very effective and very cost effective when it came to powering both high usage and low usage items. Check her out. She's got some really great ideas as well. But you looking at flashlights, they have everything from the flashlight pens to just regular little flashlights, big flashlights. They're great on that. The other thing that most people don't think about is craft supplies. Kids nowadays are so used to being occupied between their video games, their television sets, YouTube. They don't know how to occupy themselves anymore. Most children, are out of the crayon and coloring book stuff, by the time they're in kindergarten, 5, 6 years old. Because they're on their tablets, they do their coloring on their on the computer. They really don't know about how to occupy themselves. These things right here will get some really great ideas. Like in the active play, you can throw a couple of balls in there. And I know, as silly as it sounds, there are some families that really don't have a lot of these items around, and it would be good to have them in the kids' bags, as something for them to get out and go do, and chase a ball around, throw a ball around. Jump ropes. When I was a child, most kids had a jump rope, and every little girl had a jump rope. Nowadays, I don't see it very much. And when I worked in the school system with elementary school kids, they really didn't know how to jump rope. They didn't do a lot of the double dutch stuff like we did, and they weren't as comfortable with jump roping. This will give children something to do that will help burn off energy. Sidewalk chalk. If you're in it's something for them to go out and draw on the sidewalks with. You may not want, things like goofy string and stuff like that, or bubble soap, but it is something that, something to keep them occupied. A 3-year-old, you can keep them occupied with $1 worth of bubbles for 2 hours. They're so much fun. Again, more little balls. These, you don't have to use them in the water. These can be used just out in a yard. And for $1, they would be a great addition to these comfort bags. The other thing to look at is musical instruments. They really, all they have is the maracas, but they have the recorders like we all had in school that we learned on. Very annoying, but for outside when a kid just needs to make noise, possibly even learn how to play music on their own, creative play. Some excellent ideas on that. Coloring books and crayons and sticker books, all very important things for little kids. This particular website also gives care package ideas, what to add, and I love this. This was great. Things to put in there. Dominoes with the instructions, Uno cards, playing cards in general, just things for to keep children occupied. You can see crayons, pencils, just very glue, things like that just aren't in some houses nowadays. Just some things to think about to kind of help the new prepper parents out while they're busy trying to make up for lost time. Give them the special treat of going to the Dollar Tree or your dollar store, primarily the Dollar Tree, and spending about $20, and you can get, for 2 kids, you can get them 10 items to put in that bag that may not be things that the parents have thought about. The other aspect of this then becomes education of children, and that's what I'll cover in the next one. Is in a situation where the schools are no longer available, we parents are now going to be responsible, and these are some items that you might want to put in there as well. Flashcards, items like that parents just wouldn't be thinking about, because right now their thought process is on other things. And those of us that are a little more seasoned with this can help a lot in making their lives easier. Morty out.